What's going on, guys? Porsche 11 GT3, that's what we're looking at today. What can I say? This one on the right, number 804, that's the GT3R, the racing version, is quite popular not only in America but also in China too. And the Chinese fan even gave it a very interesting nickname. It's called 藤椒牛肉, which is a flavor of a ramen, which means Sichuan pepper beef. Why is that? I'll post a picture right here and you tell me why that is, okay? So yeah, that's very interesting, and I just want to do a little comparison between the regular GT3 versus the GT3R. So you know, every GT3R, which is the racing one, they were built based on a street legal racing car, right? So for this GT3R was modified based on GT3 RS, but I don't have, that's the thing, I don't have the RS model, even though Mini GT produced quite a few, but this is the only one I can find, which is not even close. Not close. So, well, I mean, I need to do something. So this is what I found. This is GT3 Touring. So it's kind of more casual looking one. Does not have the rear wings or splinter, like those front lips and everything, but it's still worth to do a little comparison here. And this guy right here is even before the Rexy Fever, and I think personally this one looks better than the AO Racing liveries, and I guess it's not underrated because this guy is quite expensive nowadays too. I mean, if you look on eBay, somewhere from $60 to $100 probably. I got this a little bit, I mean not a little bit, still way overpriced, but the number 804, this is when I just started to collect those Mini GTs. So compared to today's price, is way better now, but still overpriced. And yeah, let's stop talking nonsense and let's look at the cars. So this one is from 2023 via GT World Cup Macau Grand Prix, and the team is HubAuto Racing. So this car finished at the 15th at the race. It's not great, but it has a cool livery here. So the color is very bright. The paint is very shiny. Looks very good for this typical like $12 Mini GT price. I mean, if you pre-order that and pay for $12, then well, lucky for you. Lucky for you. Overall shape looks very nice. And fun fact, if you look at those sponsors, one of the sponsors is a TSM model. So that's a parent company of the Mini GT. So I guess Mini GT is the shareholder. Pay the sponsorship here as well. So yeah, looking at the front, a lot of change. Quite obvious is the radiator vent here. There's two cutoffs on the regular GT3 and a huge big air vent here on the GT3R. And the nice thing about it is the paint is silver, so a little bit color, different color painting here, so that's good. But it should have been a radiator fan on top. I don't think any of the GT3, Porsche 9 and GT3 from Mini GT has the fan on top, but I hope in the future they can do that. I know some Tarmac Works Audi, they have fans on top of the radiator, which looks pretty good. So just one suggestion here, and you can see the gas cap located differently between these two cars. So this GT3 car even though you have to do a lot of modification on top of the OG car, right? But some of the main things you cannot change. For example, the engine location for this Porsche 911. This is the rear engine. I mean, the engine is way behind, even behind the back wheels. So you cannot change that from the original car. And also the gas tank. I mean, they have to balance the weight since the engine is in the way back. So the gas tank, they move it to the front, which is the same as the GT3 car. So this is the radiator. Behind that is the gas tank. So on a street car, the gas tank, the cap is on the side of the car, and there's only one of those. But on the GT3 cars, you can see there are two gas caps here. It looks like this car is trying to say that the right gas cap is opened or is like available here. This one is shut. I mean, both of the gas caps should work, but since this race, and they'll be only using the right hand one, right? So if you go to the pit stop here, they're filling gas on the right hand side. So only this one is available to use for this race, to be specific. And what else? Those emergency tabs, like the quick shut off tab. You have these indicators here. In the real car, there should be a little hook thing. It should look like some tow hook, a red hook. If you unplug that, it just shut all the engines and electricity and stuff. So, well, some kind of indicators here, so that's good. Everything is painted in my observation. I don't feel any bumps. Everything is painted. Oh, see, Mini GT sponsorships here. There we go. Okay, now just the parent company here, Mini GT one here. So that's pretty cool. And front grille, obviously it's different. And the two side blades, canards here, double blades, looks good. Looks like they use separate pieces here. And also a lot of carbon fibers on the splitter here. Looks very nice. I like the texture of the front grille. And I mean, main sponsors, Cooler Master. I think it's because of some gaming, trying to cool the system. Gaming company. Everywhere, Cooler Master everywhere. So that's obviously the main sponsor. HubAuto, it's the racing team. I just don't like the colors. It's very bright, beautiful. On the side, you can see the wheels are different. Not only the spokes, but also the size of the wheel. I think on this car they use like 21 inch wheels, and on the race car it's just normal 18-inch wheels. Super low to the ground, right? As opposed to the street car. I mean, the street car is already pretty low, but the GT3R is just super low to the ground. It rolls pretty well, as all the Mini GT cars are. And more sponsorships on the skirts here, and tire prints, and kind of matte finished black wheels. Beautiful. Single nut in the middle for the quick release for the tires. Looks pretty nice. Number 28, this is the driver's information here. The name and nationality. And I don't see the blood type. Sometimes they put the blood types on there as well. So the windows, very nice details on the window. You can see those rivets around the windows. And on the front as well. Front does not have rivets, but the banner is clear. And in the street legal car, you can see two windshield wipers, and the GT3 ones only have one right in the middle. Pretty cool. Obviously, a lot of wide body kits, those air channel modifications, air exhaust, air intakes here. You even see the blades within the air intakes here for the engine cooling and tire cooling. Looks very good. Very good. Moving to the back. A lot of things happening in the back. You can see the roll cage in the race car and the huge diffuser at the bottom. I would say the rear exhaust tips are higher on the GT3R. So in the race car, they kind of have to, you have a lot going on in the back, right? So you have engines, huge engines, you had to put a diffuser under this engine area. So a lot going on in the back, and how can you fit this diffuser here? So in this race car, they actually tilted the engine a little bit. So they have to tilt it up, so leave some rooms just for a diffuser. I think that is the reason why the exhaust tips are higher on this car, because something has changed in the back like that. The rear, the tail lights looks pretty much similar. A lot of carbon fibers was utilized in this car, and the rear wing looks pretty good too. This is the like the front. If you look at this two braces, looks like it's over. How do I say this? So at the beginning of the GT3 car, right? At the very beginning, these braces are connected right under the wing, like under supporting. And nowadays, there are more like this overhang style of the wing. So that's very accurate here. And Audi R8, the most recent version, which is Evo 2, they even do the swan looking, like the braces like reaching to the back and then over, like grabbing the wings in the back. Different direction of this braces. Well, I don't know if I said it clearly. Anyway, in the rear car, there should be some cutoffs on these braces, like some hollow design on these two braces. But Ninja GT has never done that before. What else? Nice carbon fiber and stuff. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open these things if possible. Okay. Okay, this one has 2 screws, this one has 3. So let's start with the easy one, right? Start with the cheaper car. Easy one and cheaper. And this is, we're going to do some interior comparison for the new people watching this. So in this channel, I try to open these cars if I can. I mean, some of the cars are very tricky to open, and if I don't want to do further damages, sometimes I just skip this part. But okay. Metal body, metal base, very nice. Easier to do the wheel swap if you're interested, very easy. And this is the interior part. I mean, 2-seaters. You can see there's not a lot of colors. Matter of fact, there's only one color here. Steering wheels, I mean, dashboard, I mean, center console, everything's here. Nothing too special. Stick shifter. And let's look at this guy. This guy, I know at least there are 2 colors, right? There are like roll cage in white. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, this guy is so tight. I better not break anything, because this is gonna be an expensive break. I wonder why they use 3 screws on this thing. It's gotta be something special, right? Okay, so far we're doing good, guys. We're doing good. I mean, if you watched this far, you might as well give me a like or subscribe, something like that, right? It's not like you're busy doing anything. You were like, if you were that boring, watch a guy opening a model car. You probably have nothing better to do. All right. Is it open yet? Gosh, I've been screwing on this for... Okay. I've been doing like nothing for the last minute. Merhaba Imado Beyiz. Ta-da! Yep. So, obviously, it takes out all the unnecessary interiors out of this race car. Only the driver's seats existed, and I mean, the gear shifter is not there anymore. Replaced that with the this thing, the shifter behind the steering wheels, and you can see the computer details, and the driver's seat. I don't see those like multi-point harness things, so the seatbelt is not there. Usually you can see an extinguisher, fire extinguisher, but I don't really see that either. And yeah, this connecting part is a little broken. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all I got. That's all I got for this episode. And if you like this content, leave a comment, give me a like, and I will end this video here. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.